What if I told you that the difference on the scale between this picture and this picture is only 3 pounds? In this video, we're going to be breaking down exactly how I went from this to this. Now, mind you, this took 7 years. So there's 7 years difference between these two photos. If you're here for a quick fix or a special supplement that I'm going to sell you, then go ahead and leave. This is not for you. So yes, while there's 7 years of training in between those two photos, there are 3 big things that I really focused on to change my body composition, increase my muscle mass, and decrease my body fat in these 2 photos. We're going to break down each of these 3 components and how they individually helped me get me from A to B. The first thing that I would recommend anyone do if they're trying to decrease their body fat and increase their muscle mass at the same time, instead of focusing on just bulking or just cutting, is adding in more bodybuilding sessions. So I was doing CrossFit, 5-6 days a week. But what I did in this period is that I started adding in 3 days of bodybuilding per week. So the way that I specifically structured it, I would have a CrossFit session in the afternoon from like 1 to 3 p.m. And then I would have a bodybuilding session at like 6 a.m. By splitting the bodybuilding session in the morning and then doing my CrossFit in the afternoon, I was able to really have energy to dedicate in my CrossFit workout. So I was able to hit those levels of intensity and really focus on strength and performance. And with my bodybuilding session, doing that first thing in the morning, while yes, it was very challenging and it was intense at times, I didn't necessarily need the energy that I felt like I needed in really tough Metcon pieces in the afternoon like I did with my CrossFit session. So doing the bodybuilding in the morning just made the most sense for me and felt the best. The second thing that I did was, instead of just trying to hit my macros every day and not focus on how I was hitting my macros, I changed my mindset to, okay, let me just not hit my macros, but let's get in these ranges really consistently with high quality foods. If you've tracked your macros in the past, you know that you could hit your macros or hit these targets of your protein, carbs, and fats by eating fried chicken and gummy bears. But I don't think anyone would suggest eating fried chicken and gummy bears to lose fat and gain muscle. And so what I decided to do was focus on quality of food. So instead of just saying, oh, I'll eat whatever to get to these numbers and hit, these certain numbers in my tracking app, I focused on, okay, I need to eat real foods, real protein, carb, and fat sources. So if you're not familiar with whole foods or real foods, it really just means anything that either had a mom and dad or came from the ground or a tree. Super simple. And with that kind of filter running through, okay, did it have a mom and dad or did it come from the ground or a tree? And then if it's no, don't eat it. If it's yes, cool, eat it. And with that, I was able to eat so much more food, which brings us to point number 3. Instead of focusing on eating less, skipping meals, going out to eat, and then the next day feeling like I couldn't eat anything to make up for it, I focused on fueling for performance. If you're fueling for performance, a couple of things start to happen. Number 1, you're going to have way less cravings. You're going to be getting in way more micronutrients, vitamins, and minerals because you're actually eating those whole foods. And number 2, you're not going to feel hangry all of the time. I don't know about you, but whenever I'm trying to lose body fat, the last thing that I want to do is feel like I'm hungry all day long, because I am not too pleasant to be around when I'm hangry. Just ask my wife. And when you're actually fueling for performance, you get so much more out of your workouts. So you're causing more adaptation because you're pushing harder in your workouts. You're able to go faster. You're able to use heavier weights. So your performance is improving and you're going to be burning more calories in those workouts as well. And because you're able to put more effort into the gym, you're going to be gaining muscle mass at a faster rate. Because you're going to be having more muscle mass on you while you're sitting at your desk all day or sitting on the couch watching Netflix, your body is going to be burning more calories because it has more muscle mass. If you don't have a lot of muscle mass, then you're going to be burning much fewer calories, especially if you have a sedentary desk job. So let's review. Number one, adding 3 bodybuilding sessions per week. This was crucial. If you could only implement one of these, I would probably say this one. Number 2, it was focusing on not just hitting my macros, but getting within ranges of them with high quality foods and putting that filter of what I'm gonna eat of, did it have a mom or a dad, or did it come from the ground or a tree? And then number 3, stopping skipping meals and having this all in or all out mentality with food. Instead, just focus on fueling my body for performance instead of trying to eat as little as possible so I could get way more out of my workouts. I hope you pulled 1 or 2 things from this video that you can immediately implement to try to decrease your body fat percentage and increase your skeletal muscle mass. If you did and you found this helpful and you want to know exactly what this would look like for you, there's going to be a link down below this video in the description where you can book in a call with me. We'll figure out exactly where you are right now, exactly where you want to be, figure out if I can help with this gap going on in the middle, and if I can, walk you through next steps on exactly what coaching looks like working one-on-one with me. I'll see you in the next video.